So while there are tons of smartphone companies that make incremental upgrades year on year, there are other companies out there like Huawei who are really pushing the boundaries of what smartphones can be. Huawei Mate XT Ultimate Design. It is the world's first tri-folding phone. And you've got to respect how Huawei are constantly innovating year on year, unlike many other brands. That was the point I was trying to get at in the intro. Anyway, here are the basic need-to-know things with the Mate XT. In its closed form factor, it's a 6.4-inch regular bar phone with 120 Hz AMOLED display. And even though it is a triple folding phone, that outer cover display is very usable and has a fantastic ratio. The weight on this is of course on the heavier side at 298 grams, but when you weigh up the unique abilities of the Mate XT, maybe it's a good trade-off. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So its unique ability is of course its unfolded displays. When first unfolded, you get a 7.9-inch kind of squared off ratio, very much like what we're used to seeing on the Pixel Fold, the Galaxy Fold, the Vivos and all that. But it is of course the 10.2-inch 3K 120 Hz AMOLED display that truly changes the game. Now I know you might be thinking, what would I even use this for? I have put quite a bit of thought into this, and here's why I think a lot of people will find this very useful. For example, have you ever tried watching a 21:9 aspect ratio film on a regular foldable phone? What tends to happen is it just takes up the middle section of the unfolded screen, and ultimately it doesn't make it much better than watching a movie on a regular bar phone. Yeah, it might be a few millimeters bigger, but with this phone, the Mate XT, with a 16:11 aspect ratio on the fully unfolded display, it becomes the perfect display for watching widescreen movie content. But not only that, if you're into vertical videos, it's also fantastic for that. And another very useful use case for the XT is the fact that you can actually use one of the displays as a kickstand, so you can actually prop it up in its second form, which is the square screen on a desk. Now, one of the big question marks for me, and I'm sure for you too, is the battery life. And Huawei have pushed the boundaries here as well. They've actually put 3 battery cells in this, one in each part of the phone, a total of 5,600 milliampere. And that is above what an average smartphone uses today. But I guess it's going to come down to how much you're actually going to use that fully unfolded display and how much you're going to use it in the bar phone form factor. Those things, of course, will affect how long the battery is going to last. But I have heard in the box it does ship with an 88-watt charger. So first of all, thumbs up for that if it is true. And second of all, 88 watts is so much faster than what we're used to seeing on the most popular flagships today. So if you do run out of juice, you'll be able to get it back up to 100% pretty damn quick. Now, there are a couple of things that caught me off guard with the design on the Mate XT. First of all, how thin it is when it's fully unfolded. At its thinnest point, it's just 3.4 millimeters, which is insane. It is slightly thicker at the camera module side. Now, usually when it comes to folding and flipping phones, we get watered down camera hardware just because of the design and the cost of the design. But with the Huawei Mate XT, they've actually once again pushed the boundaries and equipped it with a 50 megapixel 10-stop variable aperture camera as the primary. You also get an ultra wide and a telephoto with 5x optical. And in my opinion, Huawei cameras have always been top tier. So I'm definitely excited about this device. This is a Chinese model, and at the moment it's only available in China. Apparently they've sold 6 million units already, so that shows you there is a lot of interest in it. Hopefully we see some kind of version of this in Europe at some point. Let me know if this is something that you might consider importing, and also let me know, what would you use this phone for mainly? Would it be productivity or entertainment like gaming and movies and things like that on that big screen, or even just the camera, because it is a serious piece of hardware. Now listen guys, I'm actually here because Huawei are announcing a bunch of new watches, including this one, the GT5 Pro, along with some other stuff, which I will be covering on the channel. So if you want to see that stuff, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification. And if you enjoyed this first look at the Huawei Mate XT, little thumbs up would be appreciated. See you in the next one. Don't be late.